Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Football
News
Show. Now, today, just a couple small results happened in the Champions League. What was there? Oh yeah, that's right. Barcelona got the biggest comeback victory in the history of the competition, coming back from a 4-0 defeat in the first leg to defeat PSG 6-1 with 3 goals in the last 7 minutes of the game. Now, this just blew my mind. I have no idea how this happened, apart from what looked like a calamity of errors from PSG, and just 7 astonishing minutes of Barcelona play and Neymar just wiping the floor with PSG. Now, poor Unai Emery. He is the current manager of PSG, and he was brought in purely to do better in the Champions League than everyone else before him. Now, he wasn't doing so great in the league. Not a lot of people really cared. I mean, they're like 3 points off top place. It's not that big of a deal. They can still easily win it, and they're still in 2 of the other competitions in France. After winning 4-0, you thought surely this one was the chance when they would, finally get past the round of 16, finally become one of the big boys in the Champions League. But that's just not the case, and Jesus, he'll be lucky to keep his job, I reckon. Good luck, man. Sure, you're a great coach, but damn, dude, that really sucks. Now, in the other game in the Champions League, we had Dortmund against Benfica. Benfica had taken a 1-0 advantage in the first leg after Aubameyang had what was like a disaster of a performance. However, second game, nothing like that happening again in this game. He got a hat-trick and Dortmund got a 4-0 win, so Thomas Tuchel's men advanced to the quarterfinals. Now, the teams that they're joining, they've got Real Madrid, Barcelona somehow, obviously Dortmund, and then finally we've also got the little team called Bayern Munich, which I totally didn't forget about. Now, of the 4 teams to progress, obviously these guys are some of the best teams in the world, so it'll be really fascinating to see who draws who and who actually progresses from the other 4 teams that'll be playing in the next couple of weeks, because yeah, good luck. You've got some strong opposition. Now, we'll move focus and change from the Champions League to its little sibling, the Europa League. Now, Manchester United played Rostov, the team from Russia, today, and got what was a 1-1 draw away from home. Now, that doesn't sound like a great result, but a lot was made before the game about the atrocious pitch in Russia, which apparently had sand everywhere on it, and it was just, there were people sliding over all throughout the game. It was pretty appalling. Now, it's obviously not the best result for Manchester United. They really should be beating Rostov and teams like that. However, a 1-1 draw away from home in what was a pretty difficult away leg, I'm sure they'll be really happy with that and keen to move on. In the other game that was played of note, we had Lyon take on Roma. Now, Roma raced to a really early 2-0 lead. However, Lyon came through and ended up winning the game 4-2 at the end of the day. Hopefully, this isn't over. Roma can definitely come back. They are a very good team. However, in saying that, you also saw Lyon's quality today. They're really probably, with Manchester United and maybe 1 or 2 other teams, the best teams in the Europa League. And so I'm going to be really fascinated to know, who will pass through from this tie. Obviously, the ball is in Lyon's court, but I mean, we just saw Barcelona against PSG, so this is definitely not over. I mean, Roma is no Barcelona, but PSG is better than Lyon as well, so, apples and oranges. I reckon this is still up for the taking. It'll be a really good second game. Finally, just covering a couple smaller stories today, we've got Xabi Alonso retiring at the end of the season at the age of 35. Now, my God, what a player he is. He has literally won pretty much almost everything, if not everything. He's won stuff from European Championships in 2008 and 2012 with Spain. He's won the World Cup with Spain in 2010. He's won the UEFA Champions League with 2 different clubs, Liverpool in 2005 in that famous victory, and Real Madrid in 2014. Now, he's also won the UEFA Super Cup with Liverpool. You know, he's won La Liga with Madrid, he's won the Bundesliga 2 times with Bayern Munich, he's won the FA Cup with Liverpool, he's won the Copa del Rey 2 times with Madrid, and he's also won a German Cup with Bayern Munich. This guy has literally done it all. He can literally play for any team in any league and be immensely successful. Thank you, Xabi Alonso, for everything you have done for football. You will be missed. You are an amazing, amazing player. Finally, the last story today. Now, I know a lot of people don't really look or really pay that much attention to where countries get ranked in the FIFA or Coca-Cola World Rankings. However, I thought it would just be kind of cool to go through the top 10. I know that's not something that really happens a lot, probably not a lot of you will really care about, but I still find it pretty interesting. Now, we've got Argentina in first, Brazil in second, Germany in third, Chile in fourth, Belgium, France and Colombia with 5 through 7th there. And then you've got Portugal, Uruguay and Spain rounding out the top 10. That's all for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll keep you up to date with everything that happens this weekend. And yeah, stay tuned for another episode. Cheers.